Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Championship Sunday. It's DRG versus Complexity's Heart. I'm Day 9.
And I'm DJ Wheat. We're going to be hopping into Game 2. Shakura's Plateau is the map we're loading up right now, so you won't have to wait very long. Remember, right after this, we've got Marine King Prime taking on Parting here. And
look at that Terran versus Zerg win rate. Oh, my
God. Insanity. I wonder how much of that is early aggression wins.
I mean, it is true we don't have a big enough sample size to quite say yet. But for Dongray-gu, we know how strong he is. In the bottom left corner, reigning is the current best Zerg in the world. Complexity MVPs, Dongray-gu.
And in the northeast position as the blue Terran, once again, he went 5-0 in his groups. How will he fare here in the upper bracket semifinal? Already down by 1 game. Give some love to Complexity Heart. Also want to give a shout out to our observer over here, Adabisi. Fine young man.
Attaboy, Adabisi.
Doing a great job.
He blew me a kiss just now.
That actually was me. That was mine. I caught it.
He blew Marcus a kiss.
I caught it.
And I sit lonely. Now, you know, I will say that Hart, I think, was in a very comfortable position in that last game, but it really goes to show you that StarCraft 2 is a game of seconds. Everything fell apart for Complexity's Hart when he moved up that lane right as the Mutalisks popped out for Dongray-gu. So as that big Marine tank was push was coming, Ling Muta swept into the main. If Hart had played passive, or if he had attacked just 10 seconds sooner, Dongray-gu would have been in a terrible bind.
Let me ask you something, because if you're going to go primarily bio, right, maybe pepper in a few tanks here and there, it seems to me like, you know, obviously medevacs are going to be a key to keeping your army alive, drops, etc. But we saw him on a no reactor starport.
Yeah, it's a modern way to play this matchup where you focus so much on just attacking with Marine Marauder at the start.
Then just by the time your next wave comes, you've got the 2 medevacs you need.
Yeah. I mean, you basically say, I could answer this attack with stim and medevac, or I could just answer it by having a ton of units and then not stimming at all. And we saw Hart effectively just not take much damage with his Marine Force because it was so big.
And we do have this extra racks, another 2 racks here from Hart, but this time DRG did not recognize it. They were not both at the front. He scouted the front one. It looked pretty normal, but he didn't find the one here at the natural. So is he going to go back in? He did scout the, there he sees it. So he did check another very common area to find it. That's like the pocket expansion right over here, because you can float it back into your main so easily. But more importantly, even though the drone does fall, he does identify it. The pool now, it's done, so he should be more than ready for this.
Looks like DRG is getting ready to build a spine crawler. Still has enough money to get those 2 queens up, but again, no, does not have enough money to get gas. That's the primary purpose of this Hart push coming up.
Yep, SCB, man, he's going to take that thing down. But here we've got a couple of Marines making their way over. The Zerglings are out now, and the threat is pretty much already subsided. He might try to pick off a couple of Lings in surprise. He does not get any of them, just does a little bit of damage. Now, again, you know, sometimes this initial attack or what you think is coming can be delayed just enough to be incredibly deadly.
With a nice opportunity to pick off 6 Zerglings. Might not sound like much on paper. Sure, it's just a small investment of money, but this is the only chance that Dongray-gu has to get vision and control the center of the map. And Dongray-gu with some surprisingly nice timing. Oh, wow. Is he actually going to get this command center? It looks like Dongray-gu having a little bit of torn behavior.
I think that if he would have sent all of his Lings in there, he absolutely would have. But these 2 Marines now trying to track him down. He might be able to take out both of these Marines. Will he be able to deal with the additional 2 Marines coming out here? And now the Marines might have to return back from the center of the map. He's going to definitely get this SCV.
Whoops.
And gosh, look at just how quickly 4 Lings can, or 6 Lings can kind of turn the tide.
Oh, that is a blunderous blunder from Hart. Looks like Hart's going to respond by building yet another command center in the main. Oh, the Lings fall, and just as damaging as that push seemed to be for Dongray-gu, the counter follow-up push from Hart is going to be equally as obnoxious. Look at Dongray-gu already building another spine crawler. Look at Dongray-gu's vision. I mean, he is desperately trying to sneak these Zerglings along the bottom side just to find some way to get back up and put on a little pressure.
Yeah, 6 additional Lings on their way out with 2 Spine Crawlers and the 2 Queens. He might be able to do quite good. And here we've got a wall here. Is he going to be able to pick off this one SCV building this next rack? No, he misses it by just a few hit points. But the wall will prevent these Zerglings from making it inside. And once again, he does pick off that SCV. And we've got a couple more Marines coming out now. But, I mean, really low.
He doesn't cancel it. Another blunder is a blunder by Hart. He needs to lift up that one supply. He does.
I mean, look at what damage he's done. Like, he's managed these early Lings quite well. And we often talk about the fact that, we got all those extra Zerglings and he did absolutely nothing with them. But DRG, look at, he's going to have another 6. Move out, check the tower, get vision, probably slip right underneath here and continue to harass that front.
I mean, this is cute and counterintuitive by DRG all at the same time. Hart opening up his aggression, following it up with more aggression, and sneaking in a 3rd command center for some big macro in the late game.
The Lings are going to come bite on this barracks yet again, but this time pull back, and now the Marines are going to commit to moving forward. Are we going to have a scan to get rid of these tumors at the front? He has no vision right now of what's going on there. He gets the scan, gets a little bit of vision at the top of the ramp, and we have a 3rd Spine Crawler going down.
Hart now nicely, neatly tucked away back in his main. Got the tech lab up, but whoopsie daisies, hasn't gotten any sort of upgrade from it yet, and responding. Ooh, I love this in the main base. Hart going for the double engineering bay. That way he can pretty much say, well, if I'm going to play passively, may as well just get these upgrades since I'm going all defense. And of course, Dongray Gu getting all those basic upgrades, not overreacting, playing very calm.
Yeah, once again, he's going to poke towards the front, but that threat of the Marines has gone. In fact, so much that DRG identified that, canceled that 3rd Spine Crawler. Macro Hatch up in the main. The lair is done, already getting his +1 melee. Kind of expecting maybe a 3rd to come out, but the Baneling Nest and the Spire are underway. So we'll see him use the gas that he's kind of pooled up to split between those 2. And here comes another force from Hart. It's got about 20 Marines making their way out. Once again, a few Zerglings sneaking back and going to always kind of see what is going on there at the front of the Terran's base.
Hart trying to move forward. Another just nice prod there by Dongray Gu. Always trying to go for a little bit of counterattack. And again, Hart comes forward, just sees the creep spreading and says, no, none of that. Kills it off. I mean, it's this kind of aggression that is so good in this matchup. Oh no, Hart getting surrounded. Taking some serious hits, trying to wedge himself as far up into that corner as he can. Zerglings are falling by the dozen, but the Marine army will end up collapsing down. Dongray Gu gets a nice cleanup.
I mean, that was every Marine, but these 5, 6, 7, 8 that are sitting in the main as 2 more come out. And I feel like DRG actually in a position where he could maybe choose to get really aggressive here. In fact, 12 more Lings on the way. Baneling speed's getting done. +1 melee is going to finish. If he waits for +1 melee, maybe even get some Banelings and just bust one of these down. There is a potential. I mean, the bunker is going up immediately, and we see the Marines getting into position. And will we see a morphing of Banelings, or is he going to just be happy with the control, map control that he's got? Very excited to see exactly, well, with the 9 mutas coming out, he may choose to put some sort of combined effort together. We got a scan on top of the natural as well, revealing that the Baneling Nest is getting that Baneling speed and that the Spire is done.
And now we do see Combat Shield coming up. Hart, I think, was almost forced to get that stim, so that way he could be speedily dealing with the Mutalisk that would no doubt be harassing him soon enough. And if I had to describe Hart's style, it would really be the Korean classic, the very fast double ups. Now he's getting 2-2 upgrades, and the Mutalisks are swinging in. They're going to see,
oh my gosh, Sean, I think he's going to bust that front door. I think that the Mutas are almost serving as a distraction. There are a lot of Lings and Banelings down here, and will he just get these Marines out of position and then possibly attack the front?
Marcus, I think you are correct. I think we are going to see that big bust. Can he siege up the tank in time? Hart needs to siege the tank up. Where is the siege? There it is. And now we see continuing to harass, continuing to try to pick off. Look at the number of Banelings. Here he comes. Here he comes. Morphing in more and more and more back home production. Only Ling Baneling, and here comes the bust at the front, and it looks like the barracks falls almost immediately. A nice stim tank number 2 coming up, but it looks like Hart has a nice angle, but is it too many Mutalisks for the Zerg?
Yeah, it looks to be that way. Lings are already inside, nothing there to defend at the natural. Plenty of Mutalisks left over, in fact, some Banelings left over. GG!
Unreal from Dongre-gu. Didn't flinch for a second. The bamboo Zerg can be bent but never broken, and there he is.
Yeah, I mean, the quick transition to kill mode. He was an animal that saw that first blood and just went for the throat. The moment he took out all those Marines with that immaculate, the moment he surrounded those Lings and took them out, knowing that his opponent had very little left at his base, that's when he started pooling even more Zerglings, getting his gas ready. Not only did he have enough for like 12 Banelings and 9 Mutas, but then whatever follow-up Banelings that came before that assault.
I mean, that's such a great point. I mean, when the Mutalisks come out that quickly, the Zerg players always devote all their gas into Mutas. He devoted just enough to cause Hart to pull back, saving so much for those Banelings. That is a weird-ass push timing from Dongre-gu, but absolutely brilliant. Tastosis, tell us a little bit about that game.
Well, you know, it really just goes to show you how much Dongre-gu fully grasps the game. Even the way he ended that. He's like, well, I got exactly enough Banelings to break through here. You know, a barracks, a structure that takes a lot of Banelings to destroy, and still have enough to win the fight inside.
Dude, DRG, I don't know if he's stoppable. He's actually just crushing everyone left and right. I think he's just going to take this tournament. He's in peak form.
I agree.
We're going to find out very soon. Of course, the next matchup is going to be Marine King Prime versus Parting, but we have some additional updates for you guys as well regarding some of the matches that are currently underway. You want to give those, Sean?
I think the biggest one from the previous round 4 of the lower bracket, we had some of the results that we said earlier. We're going to repeat again. Rhett defeating Golden 2-1. Sase defeating HeyPro 2-0, and Polt defeating Oz 2-1. The last remaining result was Crazy Moving versus Sokka. Sokka, who defeated Puma and a Muslim, has defeated Crazy Moving and is currently up against the STC in the current round in the lower bracket. Polt and MC tied 1-1. Sokka and the STC about to begin their match. Sase down 0-1 against Violet, and Liquid Ret up 1-0 against EG's JYP.
And we'll have more results coming at you. But first, how about an interview with our winner? Let's shoot it over to Clutch, who's on the main stage here for the MLG Winter Championship. Clutch?
Thank you, gentlemen. DRG, you just pulled off an incredible maneuver. How does it feel as a Zerg player to execute such a Baneling bust?
방금 경기에서 맹력충으로 대단한 활약을 보여줬는데 그냥 저그 선수로서 어떻게 그렇게 하고 그냥 기분이 어떤지.
뭐 테란 한 명 잡았다고 기분이 뭐 좋지는 않고요. 네, 그냥 테란 한 명 잡았다고 그렇게 그런 건 없고요. 뭐 또 계속해서 이기면 좋을 것 같아요.
I mean, I just beat a Terran player, so I mean that's just as it is, and I think if I just continue playing this way, it'll be really good.
Now the next matchup we're going to feature is Marine King versus Parting. Which of those two players would you rather go up against?
다음은 머리킹이랑 파팅 선수랑 하는데 누구랑 더 하고 싶은지.
솔직히 말하면 쉬운 건 토스인 이사기가 더 쉬운 거, 팔팅 선수가 더 쉬운 것 같은데 그 접대 MLG 윈터 아레나에 복수를 해야 되기 때문에 그냥 정원이가 올라왔으면 좋겠어요.
Honestly, I would rather play. I mean, I guess I would prefer playing the toss player Parting, but you know, in the past MLG Winter Arena events, I want to, you know, Marine King beat me, so I want to get revenge on him. So actually, I prefer to play him.
Well, congratulations once again, DRG, on your victory. Good luck in the rest of the tournament. Back to you guys at the desk.
I think it says a lot that DRG wants his revenge versus Marine King Prime, and he may very well get it because the next featured match is going to be Marine King taking on Parting.
I am so excited for that match. Parting, the PVT specialist with an 80% win rate in the matchup. Marine King Prime with an 80% win rate in the matchup.
Yeah.
One of them is going to be a little bit under, and it looks like we have another result for us.
Yes, we do have another result coming in. Violet defeats Sase, eliminating from the tournament, and now he will go on to face Alive, ultimately one of those members making it out of there. So again, Violet continuing to show some pretty consistent results across the board. We'll continue to give you guys updates as they come in.
So for now, DJ Weed and I will be signing off the main stage because those sexy nerds Tastosis will be casting the next semifinal. I'm Day 9.
And I'm DJ Wheat. Stick around because here at the final day of the MLG Winter Championship, we've got another semifinal match coming up for you. It's Marine King Prime versus Parting next.